Hey, this is a video on how you can collect data from customers and store that on Spur. There are two ways to do that, and I'll explore the first one here. There's a keyword trigger, and we're asking the customer their name. And that is being saved in the flow data under this column called customer underscore name. How to test this? We say the keyword here in the chat with this number. I got asked what's my name. I gave my name. Let's say I gave my name as Kizzer. And that's it. Afterwards, what I do is I go to the workflow column where all the executions have come in. And I refresh this page. I refresh the page and I see that the customer name I provided is saved in the column. So that's method one. And there's also another way to do method one. And that is give customers some options and they make the choice. And then you record what choice they chose in the flow column. So I'm going to show how to test it. I will say, what are you looking for? I will make one of these choices and it will get saved in the flow column. Here's how I do it. I make my choice, it's chargers. And then I go to the workflow column to check the executions. And I find that the looking for column got filled with chargers, since that is what I was looking for. And that's the button that I clicked on. And it got saved as that because in this flow, under this action, I selected the value of looking for column to be the last message received from that customer. And since these buttons, when they get tapped on, they come through as messages, that is what their last message would be. So if someone clicked on cables, that would be their last message. So that's how you save it exactly as what the customer chose. Now, talking about method two, it is to save data in custom fields. And custom field data is stored persistently across Spur. You could use it in broadcasts, in segments, in templates, in automations. You could use that data pretty much anywhere on Spur, since that stays with that contact's details. Unlike when you save it in the workflow column, it stays within that workflow. And if you delete the workflow, that goes away. So here's a keyword. I will show you how to test it. I'm going to be asked this question, hey, what customization are you looking for? And that is going to be saved in a custom field. Now, what custom fields are? They are fields that can be filled with information and they can be found within database after going into custom fields. So there could be information that you'd like to keep on record about your customer. That could be birthday month. That could be customization. That could be product of interest. Anything that you would like to save about the customer, any information, you save it in custom fields. Now let me show you how that works. I will use the trigger and I get asked, what am I looking for? So I give my answer. Now this data that I gave would be filled in the custom field as we talked about. Now, where do we find that data? We have to go to the conversation with the person that gave that data. That can be found in the inbox. And I find that here. So I said double cuffed sleeve is the customization I'm looking for. And that will be saved in the custom field as what information I gave. So customization custom field got filled with double cuffed sleeve. That's how it works. Now, for another example, we could also save information about customer interests and customer choices into custom fields. So I ask things like, what are you looking for? Same three options, and I save that in a custom field. How does that work? I use the trigger. I go here, I send it. I get asked, what am I looking for? I say phone cases. And now when I go to my chat and refresh the page, you will see that the product of interest I chose got saved as phone cases because what we're doing is saving the last message, whatever got tapped on last, as the product of interest. Since all these options are connected to that custom field action, it saves whatever gets tapped on as the product of interest. So that's how it works.